She has kids, and,
Whatever you are.
yeah, but,
Call meeting to order. Please stand for a silent reflection and a salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cynthia? Mr. Diver? Mrs. King? Mr. Schuler?
Here.
Mr. Tinkin?
Here.
Mr. Borbach?
Here.
Mayor Mechanica?
Here. Please read the Open Public Meeting Act. Okay.
Pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting was included in the annual meeting notice filed in the office of the Borough Clerk, posted on the Borough website and in the municipal building, published as a legal notice in CoStar newspaper, and mailed to those requesting notice and providing payment in accordance with Borough policy.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome Mr. Katz. Thank you for. I need a motion to approve the agenda with one addition of the resolution R 2012-148 with the amount that would be given to Shore Municipal Alliance.
We'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Any questions? Roll call, Jay.
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes.
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Borbach?
Yes.
Thank you. At this time, we have a scheduled public hearing for ordinance number 2013-1. This is the ordinance delegating authority to the Borough Clerk for the raffle and bingo license to speed up the process and make it more efficient. Anyone who'd like to speak on this ordinance may step forward, give your name and address. Seeing no hands, I'll close the public.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion to adopt?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions on the ordinance? Roll call, check.
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes.
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Borbach?
Yes.
First voice of the public, you may speak on any agenda item. Again, just step forward, give your name and address. Seeing no hands, I need a motion to close the first voice of the public.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Council reports. Councilman Schuler. Any report?
No, I haven't this time.
Councilman Dibble.
Not at this time.
Councilwoman King.
No, not at this time.
Councilwoman Cynthia.
No.
Mr. Not at this time. And Mr. Warback.
No, Mayor.
Okay, it's a basketball game, huh? Okay.
A few words.
I should have said that. Okay. Notice and reports, we have the Earth Day cleanup on Saturday, April 20th, and tax appeals, they're on file. New business resolutions. Resolution R 2013-52. This was the cell tower. I believe everyone, does anyone have any? Oh, we need a motion. Second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Anyone have any questions on the
No,
cell?
I would like to thank you for supplying the plan, which we were able to see and go over.
I'd like to reiterate that as well. It's very helpful to see it. So.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So it's up to everyone's satisfaction? Okay, good, Tom. Okay. All right, roll call, Jay.
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes?
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Borbach?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution R 2013-153. This is authorizing Monmouth County mosquito extermination to spray over our borough. Need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, Jay.
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes?
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Borbach?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution R 2013-54, authorizing submission of the 2012 tonnage grant application. Motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any question? Roll call, Jay?
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes?
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach?
Yes.
Jay, should we do resolution for the Alliance?
Whichever, if you'd like to do
Do it
this,
before the financial?
that's fine.
Need a motion for resolution R 2012-148.
Actually, Mayor, that's the prior one. We're going to assign a new number to this, R 2013-56.
56, thank you, I'm sorry.
We'll give you the motion, Mayor.
Okay.
I'll second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes?
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach?
Yes.
Thank you. A financial resolution, need a motion to move the bills to Finance Committee?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cynthia? Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution R 2013-55, approving payments on claims for April 3rd,
I'll make that motion.
2013 bills.
I'll second it.
Any questions? Roll call, Jay.
Mrs. Cynthia?
Yes?
Mr. Diver?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach?
Yes.
Second voice of the public. Again, you may step forward and speak on any item. You step forward, give your name and address. Seeing no hands, I'll close the second voice of the
I'll
public.
make that motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
We do have minutes to approve, February 11th, 2013, and February 25th, 2013. Need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Do you have any questions on the minutes? Roll call, Jay?
Mrs. Cynthia?
Abstain. I wasn't there when, I abstained.
Mr. Diver?
I abstain.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Hey, that is a good record. You don't want to be 13.